Prioritize happiness. Live without regrets. Do what makes you happy. We've all heard these phrases every single day of our lives. From our parents, teachers, on social media.
Those are the days you won't get back.
In the news, and it sounds good to hear because who doesn't want to promote happiness? But what you should care about is long-term fulfillment. And if I followed these quotes or these phrases, I would not have been able to achieve what I currently have in my life. A distinction from a top university, working at a top investment bank, juggling multiple businesses, and the list could go on. But what I want to get across to you guys today is 4 life lessons I'm glad I didn't follow. Let's get started. The first category is prioritizing happiness. You're happy in doing, you're not happy in being. Again, you're happy in doing, you're not happy in being. People want to achieve happiness, but happiness is a state that changes minute to minute, day to day, second to second. You can be happy one moment and then sad the next one. So it's not really something you should try and prioritize. But we have so much mantra and advice around trying to prioritize happiness. The first one being follow your passion, because if you don't follow your passion, you will not be happy.
You should truly follow your passion. If you're doing something and you're not interested or you have no passion for it, you really...
Life is too short.
You're gonna fail.
So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
I promise you, it's not my passion to be making YouTube videos after work, working an intense job, being an online coach, and doing all this stuff. This is not my passion. This doesn't make me happy because I could be in the park, drinking whiskey, and having fun with my girlfriend, but needs must. And I understand that to live a more fulfilled life, I need to be unhappy sometimes or most of the time. And I don't really care about how happy I am or not in the moment, because I know where I'm going, I know what I need to get done. A second mantra or trope that always gets thrown out: you need to go out to feel happy. The stimulation of going out does make you happy, but let's be honest, clubbing does take its toll. Most times you go out, you're drinking alcohol, it's not good for your body, the loud music is not good for your ears, your sleep is not the best, and then imagine doing that every single weekend or every single day just because you want to feel happy in the moment. And I get it. If I'm at the club and some 50 Cent comes on and I'm having some whiskey, I feel like I'm in effing euphoria. But in that moment that I'm happy, I'm actually taking steps back in my long-term goal, which is to be fulfilled, because the next day I'm gonna wake up a bit late, I'm gonna be a bit sluggish, and it's just because it does take its toll on its body. And I'm not saying I don't go out, because clearly from my vlogs, you guys will see I do go out here and there. But what I'm saying to you is the cons from going out will always outweigh the pros every single time. The last trope I'll talk about is be yourself, the world will change for you. This trope is said all over social media, all over the news.
Do you be yourself and make sure that you love being yourself?
Like, if you're a guy and someone is telling you be yourself, that the girl will change what she likes to be with you, I promise you it's not gonna happen. You must understand that as a guy, to be attractive, you need to be in good shape and have some money. The opposite gender is not going to change what they find attractive just so they can appease you. They're not going to change 1,000 years of biology to appease you. It's not going to happen. So this whole mantra about be yourself, the world will change for you, just so you can feel happy that you're where you need to be. No, we need to be trying to improve at all times. And saying be yourself, the world will change for you makes people feel like they're 10 over 10s. We've seen it all over social media. People calling themselves 10s, calling themselves, all those words, but you're not a 10. You need to improve to become a 6 or a 7. And don't think there's nothing wrong with you. There is something definitely wrong with you that you can improve on. The next category of life advice I'm glad I didn't follow is all advice pertaining to ignorance is bliss. Where that phrase actually come from? Ignorance is bliss is a phrase coined by Thomas Gray in 1742 and was more or less saying, in knowing nothing, life is most delightful, which is very true. If I don't know, it can't hurt me, which is on paper very true, but it is the wrong way to live your life. And ignorance is bliss is applied to so many different aspects of our being, our health. Well, I know my back hurts and there's something poking out, but it's not diagnosed, so I'm fine. You're not fine, you can barely walk. but people don't want to face the reality and actually get themselves diagnosed so that they can then face what the problem is. People don't want to be confronted with their issues and problems ever. So ignorance is bliss. Again, from a financial standpoint, you know that you actually don't have that much money in your account, but you still take a girl out on a date and you go to Nobu. The bill comes, it's £250, which is quite high to be fair, but it's £250. You try and pay and it says no funds. And then at that moment you realize ignorance is not bliss. I've just been embarrassed and this girl will probably never talk to me again. Once you're confronted with the problem head on, you can choose to ignore it, but once it's right there, once your card declines in front of your loved ones, in front of someone you like, once that injury gets so bad that you need to go for emergency surgery, you realize that yes guys, ignorance is definitely not bliss at all. The next tropes I'll talk about is YOLO and FOMO, which YOLO meaning you only live once and FOMO meaning fear of missing out. Both of them are quite similar, but I will say that in terms of YOLO, this is more concerned about trying to live life to the fullest each day. In a sense where you're always trying to prioritize your happiness, and YOLO always leads you to make very irrational and stupid decisions. It can be as small as eating a chocolate bar when you're on a diet to, having a one-night stand and getting someone pregnant because you only live once. YOLO leads people to doing drugs. YOLO leads people to try and make very irrational decisions. The next category is FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. And I will say the biggest time of FOMO was in C20. I can never forget, everyone was stuck at home, everyone became day traders, everyone was in the stock market, everyone was seeing all the crazy returns from crypto, NFT, EV stocks, and people had a fear of missing out. And because of that, loads of people were falling for all the pump and dump schemes in the crypto market. People were investing in Dogecoin, Shiba coin, Emeka coin, Tesla coin. Like anyone who had a coin, you would invest in it because you saw that your friend made 100% return. Fear of missing out. This fear is very irrational and will always lead to stupid decisions. And guys, me making this video is stuff that me myself I've literally been guilty of. It's sometimes ignorance is bliss when I was at uni and I had no money, but I didn't want to find out. It's FOMO that missed myself in C20. For a split second, I gave into FOMO and tried to invest in an instrument that I knew that had no long-term potential, but I wanted the quick money. We've been all guilty of everything I've said. It's just a matter of realizing that that's not the way to live life, and small corrections here and there will definitely make a difference. So hope you've liked the video. If you have, please drop down a comment what you have been guilty of. Is it FOMO, YOLO? Is it ignorance is bliss? Is it the pursuit of happiness? Just let me know. And honestly, guys, let me know. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one.